Hey friends, spring days can really throw us curveballs sometimes, can't they? I had planned to talk to you about the beautiful flowering tree behind me as a sign of spring, and yet here I am dressed for winter because the temps went up, the trees bloomed, and the temps went down, and that's okay. So let's talk about them. These are a beautiful tree that are kind of like a first sign of spring, something that Dan and I always look for, but we also are looking for them because we want to harvest the blossoms for a couple of really neat things that we want to show you. I'm talking, of course, about the redbud tree. There's both an eastern and a western. We understand from our research that both are edible. We have the eastern here, of course, in North Carolina. It's very rich in vitamin C, it's an antioxidant, and it's an anti-inflammatory, which makes these blossoms not only a beautiful thing to celebrate spring with and to enjoy their beauty, but also to take advantage of those properties, which is why we make them into a couple of drinks. Of course, we always use a reliable plant app so that anytime we go foraging for something that we want to eat or use as a tea, that it is what we think it is and that it is safe. So go get your plant app, find a redbud, and you're going to use the blossoms. So all you have to do really is pull the blossoms off. I'm going to show some footage here of Dan as he's starting to pick. We're going to do about 3 cups today for the 2 projects we're going to show you. And keep in mind that once you pick them, they'll probably be good for about 24 hours if you put them in an airtight container in the fridge. But we are going to use them in their raw form. There are a lot of other things that I will make teas from where I will pick them and I will dry them and store them long term. But for this one, we're going to use them fresh. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm ready to start using those redbud blossoms. I'm going to make the first drink and then Dan's going to show you the second drink. The first one is just a simple tea. I love using this tea infuser with the basket that makes the straining so simple. So I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of the redbud blossoms, and then I'm going to boil 8 ounces of water. The steeping is done. I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to put my basket on the lid. And you might be able to see that it's just a really pale pink. Pretty color. I'm excited about the nutrients that I'll get from drinking this. I'm going to add some raw honey to it and just enjoy this on this cold spring evening.
Now that Heidi has shown you the hot drink version of our redbud drink, I'm going to show you a cold version, a refreshing version that you might use for an Easter brunch or maybe a spring garden party. And it has a nice pop of color and a really neat twist of whimsy to it. This is Redbud Pink Lemonade, and it really is a neat version of the first drink. With the first drink, we steeped our water for 10 to 15 minutes. So the blossoms with the boiling water, and then you drink it. In this version, you take the same process of steeping, but then once the water starts to cool down, you put it in the fridge overnight and let it sit for about 16 to 24 hours, and it becomes a lot more infused with the redbud blossoms. The recipe for our pink lemonade is 2 cups of water and a 1/4 cup of the blossoms, as well as 4 to 5 tablespoons of sugar, or of course sugar to taste, and the juice of 3 lemons. Now, for our recipe, what I've done is I've doubled it, and this is scalable. For a larger party, you just scale it as you go. I've doubled everything, so I have 4 cups of water, 1/2 cup of the blossoms, and I will put the amount of lemon and sugar in to boost that flavor. Basically, all you do after you have your steeped flowers overnight, they've been in the fridge, you just go ahead and strain those flowers and the flower parts out. And you can see that the water is a lot heavier color of pink than the tea was with Heidi. Because it sat in the water for longer, it's infused more of that flavor and more of the essence of the redbud blossoms. Finish adding the sugar. Get that stirred up a little bit, and don't forget your lemon. The interesting thing about the lemon is that once you pour the lemon in, it might raise the color of your pink lemonade, which is a really cool thing to happen when you want this bright spring drink. Yeah, look how bright that's getting already, just with that lemon in it. All right, so you're ready to pour your drink, and this is where you can have a little bit of fun. Pour your drink in some of your nice glasses. We have these wine glasses that we can show off a little bit. If you're having a party, a lot of these out here with this beautiful pink lemonade would just be perfect. And we've also done some kind of fun, creative stuff with ice cubes. Really easy. Just do a regular ice cube and put your flowers in that, your redbud flowers, and put that in the drink, and that will show off the drink even more. If you want to garnish it, you can put a little bit of a flower stem on the side, and voila, there you go. A great conversation piece for your spring table. Heidi and I had a lot of fun making this video. It's fun to forage for things that are close at hand, sometimes even just right out your back door in your yard, like these redbuds. And it's amazing what you can find just outside that you can have just for free. And it's wonderful, healthy, nutritious, fun to do. Now, we have done in the past some other videos on making drinks out of herbs and flowers. We have a video that we will link at the end. It's on goldenrod tea, which is a nice autumn tea. And then also one that Heidi did on violets. And you could do other things with violets like jelly, just like you can with the redbuds. It's really fun to do this, and we're glad to be able to share this with you. Try it yourself and see if you like it as well. From our homestead to yours, blessings.